Welcome back. This is going to be a fun little project. I have yarn all around to make this little girl right here, and to make the doll itself. First I found this one and I was like, I don't know, this looks a little bit too grayish olivey or whatever, so I'm gonna do this for just a basic skin tone. I do want to, but I also wonder, I don't think this will pass. I don't want to just do a white doll. I want to be all inclusive and can, you know, do other skin tones and stuff. But for now, we're just going to do this. And this is the yarn that I have. I don't have any other like darker skin tone yarn. Nothing special. It's all single crochets. And this one, instead of increasing in each individual stitches, this one you're going to single crochet and do one increase stitch, and then the next row is going to be 2 single crochets and 1 increasing stitch. We're gonna start on the head and body. Start with the magic ring. We all should know how to do a magic ring. So X, down, up, chain 1. And if you want to know more about how I do this, go watch the balloon dog video. It's in a playlist on my channel. 6 single crochets inside the ring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it says increase 6 single crochets in each stitch to make 12. Wait. Yeah. So what it left out is you're supposed to, you know, tighten it and then join with a slip stitch in the last stitch. And then we're going to do 2 single crochets in every single stitch. That's what it's looking like. We want it to look like a circle. All right. Then 1 single crochet and 2 single crochets in 1 stitch. Repeat it 6 times to make 18 stitches. And also, I don't ever cut these. The longer your tail is inside the project, the harder it is to unravel. And chain 1, and then I like to put the stitch marker right where that, you know, is. Alright, so we're already on to page 2, even though page 1 only had those 3 rows. Alright, so 2 single crochets in each stitch, and then you're going to do 1 single crochet and repeat it to make 24 single crochets. So A, B, 1, 2, A, B, 1, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Sorry. Oh. So, this one, 3 single crochets and 1 increasing. So, repeat 6 times to do 30 single crochets. So, ABC, 1, 2. ABC, 1, 2. ABC means single crochets, and 1, 2 is to count the 2 in the single one. So, I'm going to fast forward this part because I don't know. I'm just gonna fast forward it. Alright, so that's 30. 6 to 8, or rows 6 to 8, make 30 single crochets for 3 rounds. So I'm gonna continue with the time lapse. I just wanted to stop and update y'all, and I'll be right back when we get past row 8. So just finished row 8. So 3 single crochets and 1 decreasing. So you do 3 single crochets, skip a stitch, and do a stitch, and then 3 single crochets, skip a stitch. That's 6 times to go back down to 8 or to 24. So we're gonna make 24 single crochets and then work 24 single crochets in each stitch for 2 rounds. So we will be back after 11 or after row 11. So we're gonna do that. We're going to do 2 single crochets 1 decreasing, and repeat 6 times for 18 single crochets, and then work 18 single crochets in each stitch for 2 rounds. So let's do that. Now we're going to do 1 single crochet and 1 decreasing, repeat 6 times to do 12, or to have 12 single crochets, and then decrease in all stitches for 6 single crochets. And then this says secure the thread and cut off the excess thread and stuff the head and body. Oh, I guess the head and body have the same. There's no way. I'm guessing that's how the head is. And then the body is the same. You gotta fill it up with polyfill before you go back to down to 6, because it's really hard to stuff these once you get them too tight. And then I'm just gonna go ahead and make the neck. Slip stitch, chain 1, and you know what? I'm just gonna go with my heart on this. This looks nothing like the head. Tell me, how does this look like anything? These two shapes don't look the same. So I feel like I'm getting, this is why I don't like taking free patterns, because I feel like they lie. Because this to me just seems like a regular doll head, but I want it to look like that, to where it looks really cute. We're gonna do the same concept. I'm gonna go off the cuff on this one. This is gonna be the body, but we're gonna do the head, and we're going to make it more square, or more cylindrical. So I'm gonna go off the cuff on this because I don't like how that's turning out. So what we're gonna do is increase stitches. So we're gonna put 2 stitches in each, or 2 crochets in each stitch. Chain 1, and I'm gonna, because I like the shape of these balloon dogs, so what we're going to do is do double crochets in each individual one again. 24, and slip stitch, and chain 1. That way we have a nice flat piece. And I feel like this pear-shaped is more of a body, and then you're going to have like more of a cylindrical head shape, so that it looks like this, because by the time you get the buttons and stuff on, it will have more of a cheeky look to it. So we're going to go around about, I want to say, let's go around about 6 times or 4 times. Let's go around 4 times and see how this looks. Alright, so this is looking a lot more cheeky and cute than it being just 2 pear shapes on top of each other, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to head 6 single crochets, then we double to 12 single crochets, double to 24 single crochets, yes, and then 3 rounds, going around 3 times. We just did, no, 4 times, 4 rounds. We did single crochets in each 24 single crochets, and then I did 2 single crochets and 1 increasing. One time around, and then I just did 2 rows of going around. I'm gonna do 2 more and see how that looks, and then I think I'm gonna decrease from there. And already, see, we got the cheeky look, and then we're gonna have a rounder head. We did 24 single crochets and 4 rounds, and then I started decreasing. So when you get down, or I decreased and I did 1 skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, single crochet, skip a stitch, single crochet, until I got down, well, this is probably a little more than 12 single crochets in the round, but before I get too small, I'm gonna put the fiber fill inside of this, and I love how this turned out. I like how the face looks. Oh wait, and before we do fiber fill, we need to put the nose, the mouth, and everything in this. So I'm gonna open this up a little bit more until we get back to our 24. It looks like it's done by thread. So I have embroidery thread that I'm going to do, and the nose, I think I have some skin tone embroidery thread to do the nose. So let me get everything together. Okay, so this I think is going to match perfectly to make the nose. And then we have this for the eyebrows, eyelashes, and mouth. And we have these cute little buttons that we're gonna use as the eyes. So, yep. I think this is a yarn needle, or it's a darning needle. So I got this one oh, hold on. Yep. Okay, well this one would be good for the nose and the lashes and stuff, because we don't really need too much detail, but I do need to get a smaller needle for the buttons. Can you tell it's all ready? Can you see my vision? So, I think it looks super cute. Okay, so now we're just gonna kind of do lashes and a simple little smile. Alright, so what do y'all think? I think it could use some work, but I think I'm also going to give this one to my daughter because it is a little lopsided. I was hoping after I get done, you know, stuffing it, it would make, you know, perfect sense, but we're a little lopsided. This is just the first one, okay? This one I'll probably use just for my daughter to play with. I've been told people do the hair like a wig so that you can take it on and off. I've seen some people that do the hair like a latch hook type thing, where you do long strands, and latch hooking means like you would put the hook like this and you would, what is it, pull the loop through, and then, you know, have the hair for demonstration purposes. You would like do the hair like that, and then, you know, you could braid the hair and do whatever you wanted with the hair. I want to do the method where people just do, it's like you place the hair on top. Kind of goes like this, and you can tilt it and fit it on to your liking. So I'm going to use this book, and then I'm going to wrap around the yarn, and then you cut, you know, one side of it makes a ton of, you know, individual hair strands. Off camera, I did an arm and a leg, so I could see if I wanted to follow the instructions, which obviously not. This is pretty easy, except we're not going to go more than 12 single crochets. We're not going to do more than 12 single crochets in a round. And I think I'm going to be selling my own pattern on Etsy, so I might make a digital pattern for this, because what the heck? Can't do that. Magic circle, and we're going to do 6 single crochets in the circle. And tighten this, but not too much, so that you can get into this first single crochet. Insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, and pull through another loop, and chain 1. Do 2 single crochets in each stitch to go from 6 to 12. Slip stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to go around 3 times doing the 12 single crochets. 12. Slip stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to do 2 single crochets and then 1 decreasing. Slip stitch, chain 1, and then we're going to do 9 single crochets for 10 rows. Stuff. I've been liking just getting it started by tying a knot right here. and then I just do a whip stitch to connect the two. And you just do the same for the leg. I'm going to do that off camera and show you the final look.